My name is Margaret Adele, and welcome to my TBR for Escape the Readathon. That's right, I'm trying another readathon. I might have crashed out of 2 of them in March, but you know what? I've been under a read less challenge for all of April. I'm ready to jump back in. Now, Escape the Readathon was created by Books with Lexi, and it is a story-based readathon wherein we are all trapped on a cruise ship, and the only way to escape is by going through all of the rooms and playing the games inside. To unlock the door, each team must read an unspecified amount of books that match that room's prompt. All of these numbers will be created behind the scenes based on the average books read per month that each team member has reported when they signed up. So each team will probably have different amounts of books, and we don't know what it is. So I could end up reading only 1 book for that prompt. I could end up reading 5. We don't know. But then when you open the door, you have the game inside, which is a mystery prompt. And I'm not going to lie to you. Mystery prompts make me really anxious. And when I talked about this in the Discord, I've been pretty active in the Discord, the creator assured everyone that, oh, the prompts are pretty easy. And I'm like, no, you don't understand how small my TBR is. And I don't want to brag. I am really proud of it. And let's be honest, I have bragged before, but I didn't want to bring it up constantly in the Discord. But currently my TBR is under 30. And has stayed under 30. And so randomized prompts are kind of hard because I can't prep for them. So I do have a rather large library haul just in case. But that's not considered my main TBR. That's not my priority TBR. That's more of the, if I literally have nothing else that matches that mystery prompt, that's what we're going to go with. Instead, I had already planned on the month of May focusing on what, for me, counts as my backlist books, which is basically all of the books from last year, late 2024, and the ones in January of this year. I'm trying not to let any book stay on my TBR for longer than 3 to 4 months, and I'm kind of already failing at that because I do have a book from September of last year. In fact, it's one of the first ones I accepted as a review after I completed my 0 TBR, so been on there for a hot minute, and I would like to prioritize those to get all caught up. But yes, can I pick this up? I did check out. Oh, no, wait. I got it. Ha! 10 books from the library. Technically 11, but I'm already reading one for this month because I was feeling a little bit slumpish, and I want to make sure that I don't have a slump going into a readathon. But I probably will not get to all of these. There are a few that I really want to get to, like Fledgling by Octavia Butler. I would like to thank all of the discourse around Sinners, the movie, for bringing this one up. And then When the Moon Hits Your Eye by John Scalzi. John Scalzi is a favorite. But for the rest of these, I don't really have a hard and fast I must get to this rule, because there are other books that I do have a hard and fast, I need to get to these. Now, one of the prompts, specifically the one for gym and spa room, is a book you've been putting off. So technically, all of these books could count for that prompt, but obviously, it depends on whether or not I'm actually going to be reading most of these for that prompt. I probably won't. It will probably open, and then when the door opens, the prompt is nil. Which is a little bit concerning for me because it's oh man, what if I'm right in the middle of a book and then I have to pivot and try to find another prompt or go to one of the other options. So a little bit nerve-wracking, but we're gonna try to make it work. Regardless, I have already worked out some of the other prompts that these books could be used for, but I'm not necessarily going to go through every single prompt in all of the books on that TBR because that's just a little too much. Regardless, one of the books I need to work on is The Siren in the Deep Blue Sea by Carolyn Sparks. This is technically the 5th book in the Embraced series, which is paranormal romance or fantasy romance, depending on the way you look at it. But it's also the beginning of its own spin-off trilogy, and I'm kind of bummed because I was really hoping I could finish this series to get caught up on my series, and now I've got 2 more books. But I do know that there's an audiobook for that on Spotify. And speaking of series and getting paranoid that I won't get caught up, I have The Long Way to a Small Angry Planet by Becky Chambers. Every single person I have ever spoken to who knows anything about my book tastes tells me I will love this. And so when I found it in an indie bookstore, I was like, yeah, sure, let's try. But it is the first of a series. So I would have to be adding a whole nother series to my spreadsheet. And I think it's only like 5 books, which for me is a short series. I tend to love like super long series for some reason, but regardless, I want to get caught up. Now, I do already know what book I'm going to be starting with, only because it only counts for 1 prompt, and in a readathon where prompts can disappear, you gotta jump on that first. So I will be reading Hope in the Dark by Rebecca Solnit. This is a nonfiction all about maintaining hope in times of activist crisis. Can't imagine why I would want to be reading that right now. Regardless, I also have Dungeon Crawler Carl by Matt Dinneman. This is a lit RPG satire type book, which I read half of the ebook version, and then I kind of like fell off it, and I don't really remember why. I might have just been a mood reading thing, but I have been told by everybody the audiobook is where it's at. The voice acting is top notch and it reads like a radio play or an audio play. So I'm like, all right, we can go with that instead. And I'll just start back from the beginning and listen through the audiobook. I also have some review books. Now, I kind of crashed out on review books with the Transrates Readathon, but I was also expecting myself to read the same amount of review books that I have here, but in a fourth of the time. So these are the only review books I have slotted for the entire month. I am hoping to make the month of June my summer break, because working in education, to focus on review books and get all caught up and get caught up on my, Indie Ink Awards judging and all of that. But I do at least want to try to get some of the older backlist review books done. So we have Traveler's Trial by Shikao J. This is an isekai and with some lit RPG mechanics. Because I have discovered I do like lit RPG, which probably shouldn't be that surprising to me, considering that like I play solo TTRPGs by myself for fun. I also have Rule of Extinction by Jeff Jones. This is a sci-fi thriller all about a world that's in peril, and all of a sudden a bunch of pods just pop down to Earth, and humans are like, well, I guess this is going to save us, but they have no idea what it's going towards. And then I have Fable Noir. And this one, I'm not going to lie, I'm a little bit nervous about, because this was like one of the first review books I accepted after I hit a 0 TBR. And then I read part of it, and I soft DNF'd it. Now, I never insta-DNF review books. I always give them another chance. And at the time, I was maybe a little bit burnt out from reaching the 0 TBR. So we're going to try again, and maybe the tone will hit me a little bit better this time. But really, I just need to start getting more reviews out there, because I have been neglecting the blog lately because I've been getting really into posting on YouTube again. I have not quite found balance yet. I do have a journal spread for this one, and I decided not to do it in the bullet journal, mostly because I don't want to race through my bullet journals. So it's in the sketchbook, and it looks like this. The future is filled with stories, 'cause mediums. And I'm really hoping this works, because this is paint, and I'm really hoping the Sharpie will show up on it, because I'm going to fill this crystal ball with the titles of the books that I've finished. So like after I finish them, they'll get added here. And I think it could look really cool, and I think I might start doing more readathon spreads in the sketchbook, because it's just more fun with a giant amount of space. And also, I did get one of the bookmarks. It's so shiny. I don't know how well you can like see it. Oh, it looks all rainbowy. I do like that they look like tickets. That's cute. And yes, I got the one for mediums. I've been having so much fun in the Discord. We are plotting. We are hardcore plotting. Don't know if any other teams are. I'm just focused on the mediums, but like we're going at it. We're like, all right, what are we starting with? We've already got the prompt we're all going to start with picked out. We've got the poll channel just for fun. There's not even a prompt for polls, although there might be. Nobody knows. We've got like preemptive, like, okay, if there's a buddy read prop that pops up later, who's got this book? Like it's so much fun talking it through and figuring it out. And I think we're ready to hit the ground running come May, because only one team can survive. And I predict it will be us. So thank you so much for watching. If you are participating in Escape the Readathon, please let me know. If you're interested in it, I will have the announcement down in the description. You can totally still sign up. We would love to have you. And with nothing else to say, I hope you have a wonderful day and a marvelous tomorrow.